Hello, we're here at the Chatty Corner at Moose Avenue, and tonight I am here with Miss Kesha. We're coming towards an end of the season of my podcasting season, my first season. So, who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you?
I am anything.
Okay. Let me know what's on the birth certificate.
Oh.
That's my girl.
Well, my government name is Lakeisha.
Okay.
But everybody call me Kesha.
Yes.
Unless we met in school or something.
You're funny.
Let's see. I'm 30-something. I'm in my 30s.
Okay, I love that. You gonna give us some 30-something advice in a little bit.
You know what? I might. It's in
Okay.
there. Okay.
Because it's my birthday weekend,
Yes.
so I'm approaching my 30s now.
Okay, I got it.
You know.
I'll do it for you.
Well, just for me, baby.
Yep, I got it.
It's my birthday present.
I got you.
She's also a singer. So tell the people who you are, Miss Kesha.
I was recently told that I'm a Renaissance woman, and I guess I'm running with that.
That's a woman of many things.
Yes.
Yes, she is, because you're also an artist.
I am. I am I guess you could say a fiber artist because I crochet. I sing. I write. Like, I write stories. I write poetry. I write songs. Let's see. I paint. I draw. I inspire and encourage.
She
all
does.
these beautiful things.
She does. You do. And I love that about you, honestly. Like, since the first time that I met you in February to now, it's just, our friendship has grown. But it's just even this moment, you being one of the people who came out to support me.
I had to.
I love it. I really appreciate it, because now we can actually also have this moment, but just also your presence was more than enough for me.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm happy to be here.
I appreciate
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you.
Finally get on the podcast, girl.
Yes. It was about time.
I couldn't get away from the studio. So much going on in there. I need to be in the mix. I need to know what's going on.
That's okay, baby. You could be in the mix here. Okay. She was all in the mix. Speaking of a mix, she was also in the cypher. So let's talk about it. So she is a artist of many kinds. She's a Renaissance woman. So how did you gravitate towards all of your art? What would you start off with?
Okay, I love this.
Yes. I love that you love this.
Yes.
I love that.
So, I am a former Pentecostal Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So I was raised in church.
Okay.
And I was a singer on the choir lead singer on the choir since I was like a child, like single digit. It was the best, bro. I had a robe and everything. You couldn't tell me nothing in my little robe, okay? No, so I've been singing ever since I can remember. My mom was a singer. It's in my blood, for real. And as far as like rap is concerned, I don't know how personal can I get it.
I mean, it's up to you. This will be on like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. I don't have a Patreon yet, so if you want, you know what I mean? If you want to say that for when I get there, you know what I'm saying? Say that, because this ain't gonna be our first, right? Yeah.
That is true.
It's not.
It's far from it. I'll go ahead and I'll put it out there.
Yeah.
So I am. It's so weird to say. I am a late diagnosed autistic adult.
Okay.
So
I think that this is like nice that you are sharing this, because this is a conversation that can be had.
Yeah.
In general, you know, and I'm a psych, major and everything. So
and that's something we got in common. It's the psychology element of things.
Exactly. So
I mean, I'm not going in depth with it, but
you don't have to.
I just as we go forward, I'll say more.
Yeah.
But I just bring it up to say that, like, I was surrounded by music my whole life. And that was how I communicated. A lot of times, I was one of those people that's like, I can't say how I feel in words, but listen to this song. You know?
Okay. Same.
Yeah. And, like, now that I'm older, I have my diagnosis, and I know more about how to use language and just say how I feel. Like, I feel sad, I feel this. this, I feel that. But before, it would be music. And like, whenever I was going through my dark times, that's where rap would come in.
Yeah.
I would rap Tupac lyrics like it was nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, and like.
Shut up, Pat.
Yes, like, and like.
Pat, Park.
I'll let it slide.
Oh, yeah. Me too. You know, I got a little bit. I got a little bit. So.
We are on high today. We are on high today.
Yes, we are. All right, I'm back with you, Miss Kesha. So the question that I asked you, I think, was what art did you gravitate towards, like, most or first? And you said you were singing in the choir.
Yes. So
that was a way for you to start expressing yourself, the language.
Yes.
So, and then we talked about the diagnosis.
Yes. Late diagnosed autistic.
Yes. And then, so now you...
So the music, of course, was church.
Mm-hmm.
And the art.
Yeah.
The art was school. And I think also it was just... not only just something for me to do, like to keep my hands busy, because I would draw and write stories when I would be alone in my room. Mm-hmm. I was like isolated a lot. Okay. And it was kind of, I was an escapist, like a mental escapist. Yeah. So I would escape in books, I would escape in my own stories, I would escape in music, TV, etc. Yeah. So writing books, writing stories, drawing pictures was just a way for me to get something out of my brain, and bring it out on paper. Yeah. And I think I never really took my art seriously. I took my singing seriously to an extent. When I was like 16, they had some kind of audition, and I went to the audition, and I sang "Open Up My Heart" by Yolanda Adams. That's my mommy's song. She likes that song. R.I.P. to my mommy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened. I just remember going home. And I was like, well, guess I'm not going to be singing. And
little did they know. Little did she know.
Basically, because I think I only saw it one way. Yeah. But then the
art, you couldn't see the full picture then.
No, definitely not. Yeah. And even like as I got older, I was just drawing just to draw. And like sometimes I'd draw pictures for my friends. I'd write poems and let my friends read them. Yeah. And I used to write short stories, and like one of my teachers, I let her read it in like my yearbook. She signed that she was gonna be at Barnes and Noble when I wrote my first book. I ain't write no books. I feel bad.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, it's in there. Okay, yeah. I got stories and all that. Yeah, a little cranium up here. Okay, but
we love a storyteller.
Yes. So I didn't take my art too seriously, and then I lost my voice in my early 20s. And painting. Yeah, I did. Yeah,
you got it back.
Yes, I got a cheap painting kit from Five Below, and I painted something on the paint kit. I showed it to my best friend. She still has that. And then I ended up getting acrylic paint, making it larger. She has that too. I gave that to her. And it went from being something that I enjoyed doing to like showing it to people, and people were like, "Oh my God, paint for me!" And I'm just like, huh? Yeah. So like what? Because to me it was just something that I did. It wasn't like, and now I'm in my 30s, and painting has become an extra outlet. So whenever I'm mad about something, I can either grab the paper and start writing, or I can grab that brush and start painting. And
we find a form of release in some type of way.
Yes. Yeah. Because I remember one time when I was little, and I will always tell the story. I was a little girl, and I had a therapist one time, and my therapist was like, "You are like a soda." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "When you take a soda in a bottle and you shake it up, the bubbles go to the top, and when you open it, it explodes. You are a soda. You can't allow everything to build up so that you just explode." So that was when I was holding in on my feelings, and I would have what I now know to be autistic meltdowns and meltdown shutdowns, because I came from a family that we don't really deal with feelings. Yeah. We sweep things under the rug. Yeah. See, that's how I was holding it.
Yeah. How close are you?
We sweep things under the rug. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay.
Because I was like, she a little low. We don't have to pull you up.
Yeah. So we sweep things under the rug. Children are seen and not heard, and da da da. And I don't necessarily fault my family. A lot of this stuff is generational.
Yeah.
It's just when you open your eyes and you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
So it's just like I can't force people to do anything, but what I can do is be my own example. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Yeah. So that's and the let's see, the crochet. I learned how to crochet when I was in the I think I was in either the mental hospital or the residential treatment facility. Mm-hmm. And I didn't learn how to do anything past the chain stitch, so I gave up. And then in 2019, I was bored, and I was like, let me crochet again. And I made my first hat.
That's been like the thing.
The thing.
I was bored, so I
grab some yarn.
I did this. I did that. Yeah. Hey, see what happens with boredom? You're not bored. You just need something to do.
Right. I got bored, so I made bread. Like,
I have a hobby. I like making bread.
Right. So that's pretty much how the crochet stuff started. But all of my hobbies are things that I liked as a child. Right. I just decided as an adult, like, why did you stop doing it? Mm-hmm. You know? So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That is understandable. I like that though. I like to hear the evolution of your artistry. I love to hear how it started about. And this has been a theme, as you all will see in my series of opening up Ubu's Avenue. A lot of the reasoning behind a lot of everyone's art has been the emotions, boredom. That's an emotion. You were bored. You want to do something, and another thing too is a lot of people has been starting in the church. Yeah. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put a little. I'm gonna get my praise. Where it at? Get my praise. Okay. You know that we can leave over here. So that has been the answer. I played in the church, or I started in the church and did that. So it's nice to see that everyone's artistry and their gift, their God-given gift, has been used to also find community and in some ways, heal, or just heal yourself and maybe heal others. Yes. And it's beautiful to just see how people are using their gifts for the best and for community, because that's needed now, like, more than ever.
Definitely.
So, and I'm glad that you felt comfortable enough to share that, the conversation that we just had, you going in depth about that. That's a lot of that needs to be highlighted and talked about within our community. Just mental health is real.
Yes.
And, whether you, like, especially if you are creative and there is times where you feel like a certain way, just know that there is community out here where we know how draining sometimes this can get. Mm-hmm. It can get draining, or it can feel that way, but just not losing yourself and not losing sight of your passion and why you got started, I feel like always keeps you going.
Yes.
So just like you just talking about your diagnosis, but saying like, I do this, I do that because of that, and everything, it just is another reminder to not lose sight of why you do this. Right. You know what I mean? Whether you you're doing it to this degree of like trying to produce something, singing, and like being a singer, just never lose sight of the fact that you just enjoy something.
Right.
You know? Yeah. And so you got your voice back.
Yeah. So I had to go. So when I was having issues with my voice, my doctor didn't believe me. Mm. And my best friend at the time, shout out to her, shout out to Jada.
Okay. Shout out Jada.
We talked all the time because she was driving the truck, and like my voice would cut out. Oh. So I would be talking, and then all of a sudden it'd be and then I had no voice at all.
Oh my gosh.
And my doctor didn't believe me, and I was like, you need to write me a referral right now. Oh. Like, I sing like I breathe.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm telling my brain, sing this note, and my brain ain't doing it, I'm about to go crazy. So
I say.
Right, like, I know how to do it.
Yeah.
I went to my ENT. She referred me to an ENT who ended up, thank you, Lord, being the same ENT that took my tonsils out when I was 12. I did not know him. And he was like, hey, Chica, I know you. I was like, hey, Chica. Yeah, I love him. Sorry, Dr. H.
Okay.
He did. He was like, I don't see anything right now, but come back in a couple weeks. And I went back in a couple weeks, and he saw it. And it was like an early singer's nodule. So if you've seen Pitch Perfect, the way that Chloe was like, I have notes. I had one on my voice.
I'm screaming.
Yeah.
So what causes that?
Strain, like improper use of your improper use of your voice. So the way he explained it to me, because I had to get scoped. And I could see inside of my vocal cords.
Oh, wow.
So the way that it works is your vocal cords kind of vibrate off of each other. There was
a vibration.
There was a bump on the edge of one. So it wasn't producing sound the way it needed to.
So that's probably why, since it was a bump, that was probably why it was cutting out.
So I had to do 30 days of vocal rest, which was insane because I was working as an instructional assistant at a school.
Oh, wow.
And I was working in special education at the time. So it was very hard to do.
Very.
And like every morning I would sing with the kids. So it was also like, I want to sing with my baby.
So I get my day started.
Right.
Yeah.
But I did what I had to do. I had to drink no less than 60 ounces of water. 60 ounces a day.
Wow.
And, then after a while, yes, I had to go to a voice coach, Laura York in Lynchburg. I went to see her, and she got me together. Okay.
Okay. She got you right.
She did, and she had to tell me about myself a couple of times. I love her. I love her bad. But yeah, like I got my voice back, and I still have my moments sometimes when I'm singing where I'm kind of scared. Like, what if it's gonna fail me again? And that's a conversation that Miss Laura and I had to have, and she told me, like, you have to trust your body.
Yeah.
And that's something that I did not know how to do. I've been reading Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents, and I've been trying to reconnect with my body. And I don't know, like growing up in a strict environment, a strict church environment, and a strict family environment where you don't have the greatest relationship with your body, you have a lot of shame associated with things like puberty and a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I've had to kind of reparent myself and reconnect with myself in a loving way as opposed to a shame or forceful way, if that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah. I'm talking a lot.
No, it is, and I actually like that you shed light on that, because I think that more people should probably do that. And can you talk about that journey for you?
Yeah. The reparenting or the shame part?
Both.
Okay. So I've been in therapy since I was little. But I didn't I've had therapists and they were nice, but they didn't always understand how to hold me. And I think it's because something that happens with autistic people is a communication issue sometimes.
Right.
The tone in the way that we say words, sometimes in the way that we use words, and I think sometimes also if you're like me, where you're hyperlexic, where you talk a lot, things might get a little lost in translation.
I can see things just getting lost in translation. That happens naturally.
Yeah. And I think with my therapist, they never asked important questions. Yeah. Like, since I withdrew, but when I was in school, going to school to be a therapist, I just paid attention to a lot of the therapists that I had, and I'm just like, okay, I don't want my patients to feel this way. Yeah. So just also thinking about it, like, okay, you have all of these skills. Right. How can you take what you've learned in school and help you? So it's like, okay, if I were my mom, what would I want done differently? So it's like I've had to be tougher on myself sometimes, because there's been times where I'm just like, I can't do this, like me giving up on singing, like I can't sing, but it's like, but you sing every day. You can't say you can't do something that you do all the time. And like, you can't. And like also just me getting the courage to come here. And be like, all right, I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna go around these people, even though I'm a little nervous. I don't know how things are gonna go. You know, but having to tell myself, like, I believe in you. I go to the mirror and I tell myself, like, we're gonna have a good day today. Or like, if I'm having a bad day, it's okay. We're having a bad day. We're gonna be fine. You know?
Remind yourself, reassure yourself.
And in terms of the shame, just thinking about like, okay, what have I been taught to think is dirty about my body, or what have I been taught is off limits about my body, and I have to reclaim my body as my own and tell myself like nothing is off limits. It's my body. I do what I want to do. You know, I got my nose pierced, and that was the thing. Everybody was like, "Why did you do that?" And I was like, "I've always wanted my nose pierced." You know,
like I can do what I want.
Like, and I was in my 20s when I did it. So it's not like I was 16.
Yeah.
Like one of my classmates was like, "Where's your piercing?" And I was like, "My what?" And she was like, "Every time I picture you with a nose ring." And I was like, "That's funny because I've been thinking about getting a nose ring for the last couple of months."
Yeah.
So I went and I did it, and I think that was the first time that.
And you know what? And that's what we gonna do. Yeah.
Yay! I did. Because I can.
Yes, because you can and you're allowed.
Yes.
Here's to reclaiming your body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. That's needed, especially just with any type of trauma. You know, just reclaim your time, reclaim your body, and get back to you.
And I think it helps make a way for more creativity to flow out of you.
Yeah.
Like when you're not afraid of the vessel that you are in, you can allow whatever to pour out of it because you're not ashamed of whatever you produce.
Yeah, there might be a cringe moment, but you don't just harp on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's like, you know, like the video that we did. I was not confident about that video at all, but you know, I did it. Okay?
Yeah, you did.
And it's not the last one.
Okay.
Exactly.
Period.
I'll be like, this is my humble beginnings.
Yes.
You know? This is where I started.
Yeah. These are my humble beginnings. Right. You guys will see this as the season, but yeah.
Exactly.
And you gotta shine light on that. I think if you don't really have too much of like humble beginnings, when you get to the top, you don't savor it as much. You know, you gotta enjoy it like that. So I love that. And I love that you're taking this time with me, but we're already about to wrap up. So I will ask you, what is your final piece that you would leave with a creative coming into this community?
Okay. What I would say to a creative coming into the community is you belong here. It's easy to look at people who are further along in their journey or who are where you want to be, but that doesn't mean that you don't belong where you are. I don't have any music out, but I know that I'm going to, and I know that, you know, me not having any music out doesn't make me any less qualified of a vocalist than anybody else. Me not having a complete art folio doesn't make me any less qualified of a... I said art folio, that ain't what
No, but that's actually perfect. That's actually perfect because an art folio is a thing, like all your different types of art in a portfolio. Like that ate. Yeah, I like that.
A happy accident. That was a happy accident.
I like that too. Happy accident. Yeah.
That's Bob Ross. I can't take that.
Okay.
But
shout out to him.
Yes. To any creative coming into the community, just to say you belong here.
You belong.
And to you, Miss Birthday Girl.
Okay, yeah, that's my
I'm going to say to you, and it's early for me to say it, but I'm gonna say it because you're about to approach 30.
Yes.
Embrace your body as you age. And I'm pretty sure you understand why I say what I said. What I said. Embrace your body as you age. Because I think something that a lot of younger women don't know is that your body's going to change. My body when I was 16 was not my body when I was 22. My body when I was 22 was not my body when I was 28. And I know that my body when I'm 35 is not going to be my body when I'm 32.
Yeah.
But
we going to always look better and better and better, baby. You know that?
It's fine wine.
Yeah.
And also just be grateful that we get to age.
Yes.
You know, it's beautiful.
It is. And I'm glad. Thank you for telling me that. You know, because as we get older, you're like, oh my gosh, I wish, like, you know, like as women in general, but yeah, I've been just trying to just appreciate it as it is. Yeah. Don't let anybody body shame you either. You know, people make very easy comments to make you think, you know, make you like second guess. So just love yourself as you are. And I like you. I thank you for saying that. And I like that you did say that because, especially in this media nowadays and everything, and just everything, girl.
Yeah,
Like,
they move the goalpost a lot on what's considered beautiful and acceptable, but know that you are acceptable as you are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Period, poo.
Amen.
Period, poo. Know that. I love that. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I loved our conversation. There will be many more in the future, too. So,
yes.
Love you, boo.
Love
I appreciate this moment, and I can't wait for many more. So, shout out to Miss Kesha, y'all. Y'all say bye to Miss Kesha.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Kesha. Oh, my God, Miss Kesha. Oh, my God.